What's up, crypto legends? How is everybody doing? Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin and some altcoins. Currently taking a little bit of a drop here. Is this a major opportunity? Are we going to see much lower prices for Bitcoin? We're going to do some pure technical analysis on the levels. We're going to take a look at some altcoins that are getting the dip. They are getting the dip. We're going to talk about why this is a major opportunity for some altcoins. Okay, now of course there is some important things that we need to talk about. Legends, how is everybody doing? Make sure to destroy that like button here, because we're going to do education, technical analysis, what we could expecting here for the next coming weeks before the halving. Halving is just around the corner. We just got round about 33 days till the halving. And of course, this is going to have a massive bullish impact on the price. And I'm going to explain why, of course. Well, it's pretty simple, right? It's just classic, easy, you know, supply and demand. There's much more demand. Supply is going to go lower. We've got ETF inflows. Now, there is something that is going on, of course, during the last few days, even the last couple of weeks. And that is, look at this guy. That is, we're going to talk about some very good, excuse me, guys. We're going to talk about some interesting things that is going on. But most importantly as well, my goodness, long-term holders are distributing approximately 580,000 Bitcoin over the past 30 days. We need to understand that big players, big money are happy with a 2x. My goodness, I'm going to have to finish the live stream if I can't speak. Anyway, the reason why we got the people selling at these levels is because Bitcoin's at all-time high. We've had 580,000 Bitcoin distributed, basically selling pressure. And it's the largest distribution since the market peak in 2021. We can see these peaks right there. This is a distribution right there, selling point, when we do see the price at these levels. Now, of course, price is at all-time highs when we do take a look at 2021, when the price was going to heading to $50,000-$60,000. Big, massive distribution point, of course. And we are starting to see, some major peaks here. Now, people want to sell at all-time high. You can see these massive spikes of distribution where they happen on the previous cycles. They happen as soon as Bitcoin starts breaking all-time high. Of course, people sell at a big profit, okay? The ones that have been buying during the last 1 to 2 years. Big money is happy with a 2-3x. They are happy because if you invest billions of dollars and you're multiplying that by 2, they're very happy with that return on investment, right? Me and you, retail, we want that 10x. We want Bitcoin at $200,000. We want those altcoins to do 100x. But realistically, when big money comes in, they are happy selling at all-time highs. So we are seeing a massive distribution at the moment during the last 30 days, and it's spiking here during the last few days. So no doubt there is some selling pressure on Bitcoin. There is some selling pressure coming in on Bitcoin. We are currently getting a drop at the moment as we speak. And we're going to talk about, if we do break down from this level, which is very important level, of course, because it is the point of control of the last 2 weeks. And if we do see a severe breakdown, we are just about to hit a major level of support. We could be creating a local swing failure pattern here, no doubt, but I would be a little bit cautious right over here. We're just about to hit the naked point of control here from previous day price action. We just created a local swing failure pattern here, but would be very, very cautious, no doubt, because this does look like it wants to roll down to lower levels. This previous day point of control is sitting right over here. We almost about to hit it. This level hasn't got much confluence looking at Fibonacci from pivot low to that pivot high right over there. We just created a local swing failure pattern. It is an acceptable scalp sniper long position only at the lows and be extremely defensive. We're just basically testing these lows. This is actually acceptable for a quick long scenario if basically as you recover from this low, but being very defensive, like your stop loss here, bang, I would already be in a defensive, playing very defensively here. Could we come down, retest it, and then get above it? That is also a scenario. It is definitely a zone where it is acceptable for a long position. On the video that we did create yesterday was about this breakout. I'm not sure if you did watch today's update, but overall we were looking for that breakout. Simple, easy technical analysis to understand. Anybody can trade this. Anybody can trade this simple technical analysis. I keep it as simple as possible. I don't need those, smart indicators. Just following the price action and very important levels that could flip as support and resistance, and just follow that basically, right? Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. This is why we manage our risk very, very well, legends. I'm going to go through the comment section right away. I can see Devolt, I can see 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫. Guys, legends, thank you for joining the live stream. But what I want to explain here is, basically this scenario. This is pure education. This is education. It doesn't matter predicting now the levels or what's the next setup. This was already a quick sniper long position, acceptable long position, as we were testing the lows here based on bearish CVD divergence as well. On Bybit, we were creating higher highs from this peak right over here and lower highs on the price action, giving you that bearish CVD divergent target to come all the way down to the low, sweep up that low, potentially get a recovery from this point. So acceptable, nice little scalp long. This is already pumping or a few $100, which is acceptable for a nice little scalp. I would take into consideration VWAP. Yeah, VWAP is far away, but overall, I wouldn't long at this moment. This is for sniper traders. This is for traders that are actually waiting for the level, for alerts, test the low, bang, get into a long position right there. You pump a few $100, almost $500 as we speak. Hey, with a bit of leverage, you're making an absolute killing right there with just this little move of, what is it? 0.7 point, almost 1%. We know that 1% move with a bit of leverage can bring us some significant gains. But, if you ask me, is it a good time to long right now? I'm going to say no. This is for really skilled people that are in front of the charts and want to sniper along, and your entry basically is all the way down here, and you are defensive and you're collecting those profits already from the market, because this could roll straight back down here. It does look a little bit aggressive at the moment. Let's go through the scenario, keep this educational content explaining why this prediction. This is just pure technical analysis. I'm not a smart guy. I didn't even finish my A levels at school. I've been on the streets, and I'm just, I just understand the levels. Okay. It's not, I'm not calling myself, hey, what a great prediction. This is just pure technical analysis, understanding where could there be a sign of strength? Where could there be, the price action to bounce or to reject as resistance? And this was basically it, guys. Extremely simple to understand. Sometimes my videos, my analysis looks too simple to be true, but overall the most, when you keep it simple is when you get the best setups. So let me just explain that scenario just for anybody that was not paying attention during yesterday or during today on the video update. It is basically for any of those people that are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We just talk about easy to understand technical analysis, good risk management, so you can learn how to fish by yourself, okay? And this is what it's all about. So let's go through here the basic technicals. One of my favorite tools, one of my only tools, indicators that I use, of course, is that volume profile, the session volume profile, to understand where we have the highest volume peaks from the previous days or previous zones. These are the most respected levels on the chart many, many times, where they can give you a great golden opportunity. Now, this was based here yesterday. Of course, we have that point of control moving slightly today based on today's price action, but it was overall looking for that breakout of the lower high resistance trend line to get that bounce at the point of control of the last 2 weeks of traded price action. When we see the last 2 weeks, that volume that has been created, the highest volume spike was sitting at $67,000. So you understand, as a basic, this is just a random lower high trend line. You know that this could be a sign of strength to retrace down here and bounce. The point of control of the last 2 weeks, and where we are targeting, keeping it extremely simple, is the highs, to see if we're also going to break the highs, because if we do double top from that level, you are taking profits. If you test the highs, you just take profits, because now the price is all the way down at your entry. Of course, we can keep a moon bag, right? We can keep a bag that just in case it does break out after a small retracement. However, you can clearly see that bounce right over here, which was from that level, and you coming up to the highs and it rejects. It basically creates a swing failure pattern, so you can enter a short trade for hedging. Basically, you're taking profits from that long and you're speculating on a hedge with a tight stop loss above the highs, just in case you do finally break out, and then you're covering your loss with that still with that long position that you have entered. Okay, now I know most of you guys are experienced. Most of you guys have been following for a long time. Some people are new. They do have experience from stocks, from wherever trading. If you are interested in trading crypto, my #1 crypto trading platform, they've been active for over 5 years, completely transparent. I've spoken to Bybit. They gave me a 20% fee reduction for my subscribers with the link down below. 20% fee reduction, also with that $30,000 bonus. There is some restrictions, of course, on different countries. You do have 𝗬𝗫 as an alternative. You do get $20,000 worth of bonus, and they do have very low fees currently at the moment, still for the next coming weeks. That is a great option to just trade with an email and a password. Those are the two that I suggest that I have been trading here during the last few years. Let's continue with that education right away. Of course, we want the education right away. What are we forming right now with Bitcoin? Is this bullish? Could we get another leg down? Of course, I want to go through the comment section before we go the macro analysis. Then we're going to jump into some altcoins, and at the end of the stream, we want to jump into some interesting, things that are going on, around the world. Right? We need to stay active with what is going on, right? Is it bearish? Is it bullish? Who is selling? We are seeing some selling pressure from big major whales, right? There's been over 500,000 Bitcoin basically sold off at these levels. It's just classic. No doubt that I do expect 2024 to be even more bullish after these pullbacks. We usually get these consolidations at all-time high, a little bit of retracements. It is completely natural, okay? Even though if we went down to $50,000, I would consider buying some Bitcoin, no doubt, for the mid-long term, 6 to 12 months, because that is just going to give an opportunity. There's too many bullish events for the price to go much, much lower, such as $20,000, right? It's just very unlikely to happen. So any pullbacks from this point for your bag of Bitcoin is just very important. Let's go through the comment section right away. We just 30 days, just over 30 days for that halving. And of course, this is probably going to be a sell the news event this year. These last cycles have been, the last cycle has been completely different. The bear market, we did actually drop below the all-time high from the previous cycle. Okay. Never happened. We never got below the all-time high from the previous cycle, okay, on cycles that have happened during the last decade. It's never happened. It happened this cycle in the bear market in 2022. We dropped below all-time high. This was the time of, oh my goodness, Bitcoin's going to go to 12K, 10K, and even lower. Well, no, it bottomed out. And now in this case, it's like, oh my goodness, we have broken all-time high before the halving. This never happened in the history of Bitcoin history. I mean, Bitcoin's only got 15 years, but overall, never happened on this on previous cycles. We never broke all-time high before the halving. It's happened this time. So there are some different movements, no doubt. So could the halving be a selling event? Could it be a selling event? It's never been a selling event. We've consolidated, but overall, we have been pumping very aggressively after a few months after the halving. Will this time be different? Will we get a much sharper pullback based on a possible recession confirmation by the end of 2024, mid 2024? I don't know. Nobody knows, right? We know that there is a recession around the corner, but what is around the corner? Is that in 4 years? Is that in 2 years? Well, nobody really knows. We've got some experts, predicting a recession since 2017. I was still, basically just starting my trading career back then, and many years have happened. And we've, markets have been rallying. No big major recession has happened just yet. Let's go through the comment section. Legends, Felipe, how are you doing? Daniel, 𝗬vault, I can see you here. Thanks for joining. 𝗬ditya. Andy, do you look for a scalp long at 66,200, 66,400 range? Reason 0.618, previous day naked point of control, some lower highs, 15-minute time frame. Yes, I mean this was I'm not sure if you are talking about this quick little bounce swing failure pattern, naked point of control. I mean, this was an acceptable scalp long position. It pumped $500. I love scalping. This is where I defend myself. I love to get into these nice little bounce, test a high, boom, get a corrective move, test a low, get a bounce, happy with a $400-500 move. I don't have predictions of get into a long position here because we are going to hit all-time high by the next coming days. No, I trade the levels, I scalp, I day trade. If I entered this long position, I would be happy to take some profits here because it's much more than my stop loss, right? My stop loss is really tight. And if it's three times more my stop loss, bring it in. That's a winner. Bring it in. Will it pump to higher levels? I don't know. Nobody cares. That's a winning trade. And it's all about accumulating winning trades, right? So I want to continue through the comment section, guys. There's really a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and I'm pretty unorganized, as usual. But overall, we'll get to the levels right away on the chart, most important levels on the chart that we need to take into consideration. And we'll go through some altcoins and a little bit of news, all right, during today. So first of all, comment section, as always, if there is a bunch of altcoins, be patient, guys. We want to focus on Bitcoin first of all, major levels. Drink some water. This is from before. Thanks, mate. Yeah, you got to remember to drink some water. Very true. Anyway, Amazing Alpha, 𝗬vault, you're the man. 𝗬vault just did a live stream. Check him out, guys. If you haven't checked out 𝗬vault, check out his channel. He's a moderator here. He's a coach in the community, in the trading community, and he's got his YouTube channel, providing great education every single day. Go and check him out. You have him, in the comment section, 𝗬vault. Go and check his channel out because he's absolutely exploding. Let's go right away. With this scenario, 𝗬ditya here in the comment section, this pivot low right there to that pivot high. I mean, no doubt that we do have some support going on here, and you could arguably discuss, hey, what if this is just a steep corrective move that's happened today, and we're going to bounce off, right? If we're not bouncing from this small local swing failure pattern, what if we do get another leg to the downside? Hit that naked point of control, hit that previous day point of control right over here on the chart, get a consolidation. It is looking quite, it doesn't look bad, does not look bad. I would be a sniper. You got previous day point of control sitting at $66,500. You got these pivot lows, higher lows. It's just a classic level where the price could just sweep up right there and get above and just get a rally. It is definitely a zone of interest for a bounce. These are the best opportunities most of the times, right? Where you look, oh my goodness, this is going to fall. Oh no, oh, Bitcoin down, bang. Then you get the bounce, right? You get that panic moment. But it's the moment where you need to manage risk very, very well. You do have the 618 from yesterday's pivot low to today's pivot high. 618, the most respected Fibonacci level. Of course, 618, we have it everywhere in our life, and it's the most respected level. We got the naked point of control, which is slightly above. You got some pivot lows right there, higher lows that are interesting for a sweep. It's going to be an interesting. It won't be easy. It won't be easy to get into that long, because it might just be a quick knife catch kind of scenario. We don't like catching knives. However, it could be a zone where you could get that instant recovery. You're not going to break through with enough volume, that previous day point of control. You're going to see 618. You're going to sweep these lows. It's going to be difficult, because that naked point of control could definitely act as resistance, right? And these lows that have been bouncing to right the last few hours, this is a support level. It's a support level right now. So if you do get that bounce from the 618, I would really be like a sniper guy. I would be a sniper. If you do get that quick reaction here on the recovery, it's a sniper long. I would be cautious, because you could get this support resistance flip right there and come back down. Okay, I would really take it as a scalp. And then the other scenario is you hit this low. If you sniper long, I wouldn't go too crazy with a stop loss. It's going to be very, very difficult for that falling knife. I would only enter a recovery, but overall get that stop loss as a magnet with the price action. You don't want to lose too much. Then if you do get rejection from these lows of today, with that naked point of control, the highest volume spike from yesterday, you could definitely come down. And this is where I would be analyzing that situation here. Where could you, if you could double bottom from there, and then obviously create that neckline. If you break above that neckline, then it's off to the races. That is like really, really technical short-term scalping strategies. Just look for the easy resistance support flips right there. You could double bottom at the 618. There could be no power coming down here. If that were to be the case, bang, you sniper long as soon as you recover from that low. If we were to drop, right, it's creating a few plans. The price might just shoot up from here, and this is not going to happen. This is why me, 𝗬vault, in the community, of course, of trading, we talk about a short setup here. We talk about one here. We talk about one here. We talk about one here and here, just in case you get a waterfall. And if this setup doesn't play out, then we're looking for the next setup. Okay, it's all about the trading is all about creating a few plans, a few trading plans, a few scenarios, and then one is going to play out. The question is, will this one play out, or will this one play out? Or maybe it's just going to waterfall down and we ain't going to get into a long position. Now, you never want to long falling knives or short incredible pumps, because you're just going to, you will get trapped at some point, and a lot of people don't know how to manage their risk if you're catching a falling knife. Like I said, if we were to get that falling knife to the 618, sweep up these higher lows, volume, if it's a risky long, no doubt. I would only see it the recovery and sniper the recovery here and manage risk very, very well with a stop loss. As soon as you hit that level of point of control from yesterday, it could get a reaction with those lows, and that is a level where I would consider taking profit. Then there's the next scenario. You create that double bottom, and if you do create that double bottom, you got a clear neckline. It's a clear neckline creation, because this is where we have been bouncing today, which is this zone right there. You got the double bottom right there. This might continue pumping in the next coming hours, so maybe this was it. It's a clear neckline. You break down here, you got a possible reaction here at the 618. You're possibly coming down to test the lows again. You either got a long position here at a double bottom, only if you recover. You got a clear neckline that if you do break out, it is off to the races. You're getting above that major level of support resistance, and you're looking for that recovery in a descending wedge channel, whatever you want. So you're basically just level to level trading, understanding the sign of strength. If we were to drop from here, legends, and you recover back above that previous day point of control in today's lows, it's a sign of strength. This is a sign of strength. The probabilities here in creating a higher low is just extremely high to test the highs of the breakout. Now the question is, will we continue to the upside or not? I don't know, and I don't give a damn. I will be taking profits at the highs. No matter what, we continue to the upside, bring it on. We can maintain some of that long position, 30%, 40%. This is how I trade all the time. I do not know if the price action after a clear breakout from a level and a bounce, and come and test the highs. I do not know if the price is going to continue to the upside. Whoever tells you that knows what's going to happen tomorrow, we're going to hit an all-time high again, all of this. These higher time frame predictions from swing traders, really, really are very difficult to basically predict, right? This is why, for me, the best trading, trading strategies, right, are on dailies, right? Day trading and scalping. Swing trading, I'm not very much of a swing trader myself, but I will get into chilled swing trades, right? In the next coming days, coming weeks, once I settle down in my house, I have an office, and get my routine here cracking, because overall, I'm just getting to quick little scalp scenarios because I don't have too much time. But overall, let's go through just a little bit of a zone here, a bit of scalping scenarios here, a bit of education, obviously, like always. This could be the bottom. This could be the bottom. If we do take a look at the possibility of this being a low right there, it doesn't look too great. It doesn't look too great, because if you were to speculate that this is a wave 1 right there, this is a wave 2, this is a wave 3, a 4 and a 5, just, truncated 5 wave, which is not breaking successfully the 4th wave. Well, you're already seeing the 4th wave overlapping the 1st wave, right? So it ain't looking too great for this to be kind of bullish momentum. Of course, this looks beautiful. 1, 2, 3, looks very, very nice. There is that possibility that this is gonna move here to the upside. Let's go right away. Smash the like button, guys, for that pure educational content. I know you love the live streams. Please, I'm not going to beg for likes. There's nothing. I'm not begging for likes, guys, but smash up that like button if you enjoy the content. If you want to still see me around on YouTube, if you want to still see me around, I want to see some support, guys, because if not, I'm quitting YouTube and I'm quitting education. Right? So I want to see support. I want to see the value. I want to see people actually saying, wow, I like his education. I liked his explanations. Easy, simple to understand. Because, I know there's a lot of confusing education out there where there's, you get a bunch of indicators, moving averages, this, that, the other. I want to keep it as simple as possible. Trading can be easy. Trading can be easy when you get the right analysis, the right levels, the right risk management. It can be very easy and chilling for the people. This is a long-term thing. Make speculation every single day, every single other day, and just get into high probability trade setups, and you will be making some gains. We're going to take Andy. I'm stuck in leverage longs in alts. Help Singularity. Look, we want to have invalidation points. I am in a loss on a few altcoins that I've been buying the last few days, not going to lie. I sold all of my Phantom at a 2x, okay? This could be pumping more, but we were happy on Phantom. There is a lot of altcoins that are lagging behind, and we are seeing the corrective moves, such as Acropolis. We talked about this being, a good zone to buy up. It's getting a corrective move. It might get a sharper corrective move here and get back to the lows of the bottom till it actually recovers. This is a spot bag, right? Like I said, I've been buying crypto since 2018, and I have been in a major loss for a long time. 2019, 2020, C19 crash. Buying every single week, every single month for a few years, and basically portfolio in the red. And it's not a good feeling, especially when you're putting tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. You just get used to it. And no doubt that these corrective moves are just an opportunity. We do not want to buy into the pump, even though we said, hey, this does look pretty good for the price to break out. However, we need to be aware that we are hitting a top right there, and we could correct down, especially if Bitcoin is going to correct. It happened. It's happening. You know, we want to buy those pullbacks. Of course, no financial advice, but I will be buying a few of these altcoins. Mina Protocol as well. Mina Protocol, bring it on. You know, I'm happy to buy these corrective moves on Mina Protocol. It is a very dodgy double top scenario. It does not look great. However, this is one that I am pretty confident it's going to get a massive recovery in the next coming weeks, give or take maybe a few months. If Bitcoin does continue pulling back, guys, there is nothing to fear about, okay? It is the time to buy corrective moves. Of course, this is my personal opinion. This is my investment strategy. I'm happy to buy these corrective moves. Where are we at currently with the market? Andy, I like your trading, Mr. Santi. Hey, absolutely. Thank you very much. Top quality TA and education better than 𝗖𝗺𝗺𝗽 in my opinion. Wow. Paul Swan saying better than 𝗖𝗺𝗺𝗺𝘃. I actually was a member a few years ago. Daniel is incredible. I learned about using what's this? I don't use it, of course, but I learned about 𝗬𝗏 with Chart Champions. I think his content is great, no doubt. You know, shout out to him. You know, he really does. It's very similar way of trading. Of course, a lot of things that I know I knew before Chart Champions, but it's very similar. He talks as well about levels, about naked point controls, very similar way of analyzing the market. So no doubt, I mean, shout out to him because he does very, very good analysis. Very few YouTubers and people out there do spot on analysis, and I can say already that, you know, 𝗖𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗃 does spot on analysis. But anyway, that's a very good compliment if you say that it's better than 𝗖𝗵𝗺𝗃. I focus more on scalping and day trading. I know Daniel is more of a swing trader. He likes to get into nice swing trades, but I like to scalp and day trade because there are opportunities every single day, and there's just a lot of opportunities every single day, right? We're just talking about, hey, this is actually an acceptable long position based on a sweep of the lows right over here. And based on the breakout right over here, we could definitely consider that there is a possibility of the price forming, this is really dodgy to say because, you know, I'm not going to say it's an inverted head and shoulder scenario where you are forming, you know, usually after a breakout of a lower high resistance trend line or a descending wedge, right? You probably have a lot of people saying that this is a descending wedge right over here that has formed and we've had the breakout. I mean, no doubt it is legitimate to say that this does look like it does have a bullish possibility, no doubt. We are above, you know, that point of control from the last 2 weeks, like I explained in yesterday's video update. You know, there is a possibility of the price action, you know, gaining some momentum in the next coming days to the upside. And no doubt that testing the lows right over here, just like we did here in the last hour, it's a nice opportunity zone. If you want to try and catch the low of a corrective move, there's no other better way than getting into a double bottom. The double bottoms is the low. It is the low. So always take into consideration double bottoms and double tops because they are the best way to manage your risk and get into an epic long or an epic short position. They happen almost every single day. Lower time frames or higher time frames. We did see one yesterday right over here. Look at this. This is an epic long. You're managing your risk here like a pro. It's just like this. Your stop loss is at the low. As soon as you sweep a low, you get a massive recovery to the neckline, which is it's an acceptable take profit because you were consolidating right there. But you had that double bottom neckline, the breakout of the neckline. I mean, this is extremely simple technical analysis. You got that neckline breakout and you bounce from the neckline breakout, right? Bang, bang, bang. Today, Today, double top. It happened. We created a double top. You tested the highs here from yesterday night. And, you know, you can manage your risk with a stop loss. You can enter a position right there. If you get stopped out, it's not the end of the world. You're managing risk very well. They happen every single day. If you want to catch the top or you want to catch the bottom, there is no other better way than getting into the position as soon as you test the high and you drop beneath the level. Many times you're going to get stopped out. However, getting stopped out is part of the game. It's a minor loss. No adding to your short position thinking that it's going to reverse. No, you do not want to be in a trade if you enter here in a short position. You don't want to be in a short trade right over there. You need to be stopped out already. You were wrong. You were wrong about the double top. You want to be out of the market. You don't want to be in the market. This starts recovering. You're going to get extremely liquidated and burnt. Manage risk all the time. There is some people that say, you know, you don't need to use stop losses. Yeah, it's I would like to see their track record. That's very, very interesting to see. Anyway, let's Jupiter pumping insane. Let's go right away. It was better, right? Andy, I'm not. Let's take a look at the super chat. Andy, why is big time only going down? Very good question. Let's take a look at big time right away. You know, most of the altcoins are going down except for Solana. Solana's having some, you know, is maintaining very well. Some Solana projects is doing very well. Big time got a bit of an aggressive move down here. Got a bit of an aggressive move down. Yeah, it did not manage to hold this neckline. It did not manage to hold it. It did get one bounce, got a pump, but overall it's getting some aggressive drops. Nevertheless, it is still maintaining higher low structure. It is still maintaining higher low structure. This neckline did not manage to maintain our support. Why is big time dropping? I would say that, you know, as Bitcoin has had a relatively, you know, sharp corrective move during the last few days, a bit of a recovery here yesterday, but overall getting a bit of a drop. Altcoins get a much larger drop today. Bitcoin is down 3%, just around about 3%. Of course, many altcoins are going to be down 10, 15%. It's just, you know, I cannot say why this is down. I could just say that, you know, based on Bitcoin, altcoins do bleed a bit more. They do take a more of an aggressive hit. So yeah, big time here. Overall, it is still maintaining higher low support structure. I would wait for a consolidation, wait for the price to actually get into a sideways range to confirm that it's found a local bottom. Usually when you find these local bottoms, you do form a pump, you form a small little accumulation zone. It has just been falling a little bit aggressive during the last few days, and it's still moving a bit aggressive. I would remain a little bit patient if you are looking to leverage trade this. Like I said, with altcoins, a 2-3x is more than enough. You using a 10x on leverage on altcoins, you know, altcoins, when they drop 10, 20%. So if you're using a 10x leverage, you're going to get liquidated if you're not using good risk management. So always on altcoins, you know, I do recommend, you know, 2-3x as leverage. It's more than enough. Because if you're using a 5-10x leverage, you know, hey, with a 20% drop, you're exterminated. You know, a lot of people don't know how to manage their risk. They feel the FOMO. They want to get rich overnight. They want to make insane gains. And, you know, this is not how trading works. Because trading is here to take your money off you. It's not to give you money. Trading, you know, basically the charts and trading is, you know, they are here to take money off you. They know people are greedy. They know people cannot, you know, they cannot control their emotions, and they are here. They know that a lot of people out there's thousands, if not millions of traders that cannot control their emotions and their risk management, and they are going to get burnt and they're going to lose money. So overall here, you know, just to keep it simple, just to keep it extremely simple so you understand this, I don't need any fancy indicators, and I can tell you already, I have studied dozens of indicators. I just throw them in the trash most of the times, except for CVD. CVD is very, very, very good because you can actually see the retail. You can actually see the small money, you know, getting into the market, right? And this is very, very valuable. This is the only kind of fancy indicator that I would use is CVD divergence, because it just tells you where the retail, where the emotional people are jumping into longs and to shorts. And of course, you want to go against them. You don't want to go with the retail emotional people. You want to go against them. They're the ones that are going to lose money. And this is a fabulous indicator to actually know, you know, where is the smart money, right? Based on, you know the deal, how, you know, we're not going to go through CVD at the moment. There's many places where you can learn CVD. You can learn CVD on one of my courses, of course. So going back to this big time, okay, let me just give you that brief explanation, guys, because it's just, we need to keep it simple. The moment this aggressive drop starts finding a bit of sideways momentum, in this case looking at the 4-hourly chart, if you trade during 48 hours, 48 to 72 hours in a sideways range, you know that the price, the selling pressure is getting exhausted after a major drop in a matter of less than a week of over 40%. This is crazy. Oops, excuse me. This is crazy. It's still very much aggressive. It's still a bit of a waterfall right there, and I would really, really be cautious in jumping into long. You know, this could break down. Now, the best way to realize is sideways momentum. Sideways momentum, sideways momentum, to realize that this is very close to a bottom formation. When you get that aggressive drop, you want the price to go sideways for, in this case, you know, 24, 48 hours at least, to realize that the price could reverse. You're very, very much aggressively falling here during the last few days. The moment you go sideways here for 48 hours, you're going to realize that the price selling pressure has got exhausted and you're actually still maintaining higher lows. So then is the moment that you have a chance, understanding that the selling pressure has got exhausted because you're going sideways, that you could get into that recovery. And the best way to get into the lowest price possible as you go sideways is looking for those double, triple bottoms, right? You form double, triple bottoms many times when you go sideways. And you know, you're basically looking at that sideways momentum. And if you come down to the lows, you could speculate that that is recovering from a double bottom scenario. So say that the price here comes into a low, goes sideways, recovers a little bit, and you retest that low again. That is the moment you want to consider that you are going to get into a trade, because you're looking here for a possible recovery. The price has bottomed out. You have been going sideways for 24, 48 hours in this case, right? Give or take 72, 2-3 days. But overall, what you're looking at here is a possibility to test that low again. And if that low fails to break down and you start to recover, that is the moment, in this case, you would want to enter a swing long position to look for a pretty nice recovery. It is too soon. It is too soon. You know, it is too soon. This is basically waterfalling still, and we don't have any sideways momentum happening at the moment to speculate that the selling pressure has got exhausted. This could still continue waterfalling down. You know, nothing is telling me that this is going to stop, because I don't see it stopping. Once I see it stopping and going sideways, I can speculate that the selling pressure has got exhausted, and I would be looking for that spring point as a double bottom to speculate on along on the recovery. So It's just a simple way of reading the chart. It's simple. It is reading the price action. I don't need anything on the chart, just purely based on this is hype, this is aggressive dropping, you know, this is sideways momentum, beautiful. We could be looking for a recovery. It's just reading the price action. We don't need any fancy indicators. We just realize what's going on with the price. If the price goes sideways here, I'm going to tell you, hey, this is getting exhausted. This looks good. This, you know, the selling pressure has got exhausted here. This might be bottoming out. You know, I would be looking for that low to fail to break down. And if it does, then we're looking for a recovery. Let's continue here through the comment section right away. And big time should do. Andy, can we see TA on Wolf, Land Wolf on AVAX, please? Let's take a look at that Wolf. Let's go right away. I'm going to go through the comment section, guys. Overall, let's take a look at Wolf. What is this? Wolf is looking good. I got someone here in the comment section. Can you please analyze Wolf? Right. Gala, please, Andy. Gala is going to skyrocket. Wow, we can take a look at that, guys. I'm sorry about the comment section lagging behind very much the comments, but overall, Wolf, be careful with these meme coins, guys. These meme coins, when they drop, they're going to drop aggressively. They drop aggressively. We want to, you know, when a meme coin has done this during the last few weeks, oh my goodness, you want to be very cautious. You want to be very cautious. You could be trapped here for many months on these meme coins. Okay, solid meme coins, Dogecoin, Shiba, you know, Pepe. These are very solid and strong. Overall, they're still going to get a massive pullback. You know, would be very careful with this. This is done, I don't know how much this has pumped during the last 2 weeks. You know, it's done over a 23x. That is a lot. Would be very cautious. I'm really not a fan. I would buy a bag of meme coins at low levels. I'm not buying any meme coins currently with this pump that is happening. This is pure FOMO. Extremely dangerous. Could it just rocket from here? I mean, yes, but they're very insanely unpredictable. And, you know, what I would say, you know, if we were to sweep this low over here from Saturday, in the case of Wolf, if we were to sweep up that low and get above it, you know, it's a chance for a recovery. But overall, you could just be maintaining a lower high right there, and then in a descending triangle and do this. You know, this is already hyped up. This is hyped up a lot. Will it create another high or not? It's really very unpredictable, to be honest. My honest opinion. FTM is looking pretty good. We got FTM. FTM did pump very nicely. This was one of the predictions. Of course, a lot of altcoins that we mentioned are getting the pullback. Very much aware of that situation. FTM played out here very nicely with that 1.618 extension. I sold all of my FTM at a 2x, almost a 2x, because this was my target zone. Of course, I would be expecting FTM to get another leg up potentially, but I'm happy. This was a flip, basically buying here at the low 50-cent level, looking for that almost $1 level at the 1.618. This could be a third wave. It could get choppy. It could get a corrective move if we do see Bitcoin dropping. It's maintaining very well that pullback. Could get a bit more choppy momentum, but would be cautious. You know, would be cautious at this zone. My brother, average price on Phantom 0.2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Average price. You did get into entry here. We were, you know, very bullish on Phantom. Insane project. DAG is an insane project. I haven't sold my DAG. It uses the same technology as Phantom. This one is getting a hit. It is getting a hit. But I mean, it's getting a corrective move. I'm bullish on this. I do have a bag of DAG. This one is a long-term hodl. You know, if we do correct down here in the next coming weeks a bit more, I would be happy to buy a bit more. This is like the first disbelief kind of rally looking at the DAG chart. And if it corrects down, I'm going to buy a bag of DAG. I'm going to keep buying this one. It's a good altcoin project, mid-low cap. The market cap, you know, I'm talking about an altcoin that I have in my portfolio. It's a mid cap, you know. I think it's about 200 million market cap. This is easy for me, at least going to cross the 1 billion right in the next coming months. So I'm happy to buy the correction on DAG. Please take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝘆. Let's take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝘆 right away. Why not? Let's take a look at altcoins here. Demand. We talked about Bitcoin analysis at the beginning of the stream. Let's do a little bit of altcoins, you know, here just to analyze the local situation. Yeah, I mean, this is still early stages. Look at this. I mean, you know, 𝗕𝗶𝘆, I can't remember about the project. I know it's been here for many years. Definitely was here on the previous cycle. Haven't done much research on 𝗕𝗶𝘆, to be honest. But where 𝗕𝗶𝘆 has been getting that resistance here during the last few days is from that low that was created back in 2020 and 2021. This is looking at the daily chart. This is November and this is January right there. Very, very strong resistance, just wicks right there, not managing to get above this level. We just tapped it a few days ago and it did get a sharp corrective move. But you know, in my opinion, this is still quite bullish. It's still quite bullish. You could arguably discuss that this is, instead of a third possible wave right there, because a lot of the altcoins that have corrected in January, February just exploded in between February and March, getting an explosive move up. I think a lot of these altcoins, I think 𝗕𝗶𝘆 is a good project. I can't really remember but I know it's been around for a long time. Still very much active. This could definitely be a 1-2-1-2 and you're getting ready for that third wave. A lot of the altcoins are just lagging behind and they're feeling the corrective move of Bitcoin. But overall, I think this one will not break down here. You know, this is the low from October. This was, you know, 6 months ago, over 6 months ago. I think the bottom is in for this one and it's just, you know, building up here for an explosive move. And you could arguably discuss that this is a 1-2-1-2 and you're just getting ready for that third explosive wave. That point of control from the last, you know, 12 to 18 months of price action, we're looking at 2022 right there. The point of control is holding like a beast. This does not look bad. It's just correcting from a major pump that it's had. And it's really holding that massive high volume node from the last, you know, we just need to zoom out here on the daily because I can't. It's maintaining very, very well that high volume node. Yeah, it does look pretty good. It did get an epic bounce today from that level, the 87 cent level, already up today, you know, 10%. It already pumped 10% from that point of control, acting, you know, this resistance zone, these highs right there acting as support. No doubt if we do come down on 𝗕𝗶𝘆 back to those lows, you know, I would be looking for that double bottom. I would be looking here for these lows to maintain as support and look for that double bottom scenario to get the recovery here in the next coming weeks. This is looking at the 4-hourly chart, so this is not going to happen overnight, but would be paying attention here very, very closely for a sweep of yesterday's lows, you know, and then look for the long trigger. It is still looking very, very good. Still looking very good. Render, yeah. RNDR is in price discovery. You know, obviously AI token. It is broken all-time high from 2022, basically from the launch. It's in price discovery. We did talk about Render, about a take profit 1, which was the 1.618 expansion from the highs, right? Basically here at the $8 back in 2020 to 2021. And this is a take profit one. We just hit very nicely that $13 range, and we're getting we did get a pretty significant pullback. You know, like I said, we were analyzing the render a couple of weeks back, saying, you know, we break all-time high very nicely, and of course this is in the AI sector, so it's a hyped coin. AI sector, AI is the future. No doubt we are going to likely see an expansion move here to the 1.618 just a few days after. Well, more like 1-2 weeks. 1.618 expansion from the highs to the lows. Looking at Fibonacci retracement, bang, we hit that 1.618, and we're getting a reaction at that level. This token is still bullish. It's you know, it's in the AI sector. It's a bullish token. I see this one going to much higher levels in the next coming weeks and months. You know, this is basically in the AI sector. We do have, you know, 1 day left until the AI conference of the year kicking off with our CEO 𝗤𝗫𝗄𝗃's highly anticipated keynote. You know, there's an AI conference happening tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, and obviously render, Near protocol, you're going to see a few AI different projects come out here, and we are going to probably see them get a recovery after that. I want to take a look at some interesting things, guys. Spell token here. We got a super chat here from Overcome to take a look at Spell token. Let's take a look at Spell token right away, guys, on the chart. Why not? Spell US dollar. Is that with a double L? Let's go right away with Spell token. We got it on Bybit here. Let's take a look here at the Bybit chart on Spell token. Remember, guys, most of the altcoins that are mentioned on the channel can be traded on Bybit and also on 𝗬𝗫. They're my favorite trading platforms. For my subscribers, you do get an insane deal down below only using the link. 20% fee reduction and $30,000 deposit bonus. The more you deposit, the more bonus you are going to get. Be responsible with your trading. Trading is risky. Trading, you need experience, okay? So make sure to sign up if you are an experienced trader. Bybit and 𝗬𝗫 have the greatest deals just using my link down below. Let's go right away with Spell token. Spell token, classic test of the lower high here from August of 2022. Big, massive rejection. Now, of course, price has been pumping like crazy in February. We are interested on the most important level of support that could hold on Spell to speculate in either a long position or either buying here aggressively for our portfolio. So what we'd want to see here on Spell token, this is still very much aggressively moving to the downside. No sideways momentum. The best thing that you want to see on the chart, of course, is that sideways momentum where you are looking for the selling pressure to get exhausted at some point. And that is obviously going to give you that possible long trigger. Now what we do see here is some interesting highs that we did break out just a few weeks ago. This zone right here already got an epic bounce. It got an insane bounce. This resistance bounce, you know, got an epic bounce, but you're not interested really in getting into those falling knives. You need to be an absolute sniper trade, because this is like a quick move down, quick move up, you know, in just a matter of a couple of days. Bang, bang, you know, very, very quick movements. However, if you are looking for that chilled swing long position, I would be looking for this resistance zone that is turned into support. You could be possibly testing that low in the next coming days. This is still very much downtrending, right? It's still very much chilling. You know, I would be looking for a range at the lows created here on the 5th of March. This would be an interesting zone to see if the price action does manage to maintain, not breaking successfully this consolidation level where we do have those highs here from here, you know, back in February, right? Would be chilled. It's going to be boring, but we just need to be remaining patient to see if this zone is actually going to maintain, and you're going to form a little bit of that sideways momentum. That would be your trigger for the price. Getting support, selling pressure is exhausted as you do form that sideways momentum, and then look for that double bottom scenario locally on the lower time frames. Still relatively early, still creating aggressive lower highs, right? You're still kind of lower high aggressively. You're going to see that sideways momentum with, you know, slightly higher highs potentially, or just in that range to speculate in that long position. Not hello Andy, can you give me a quick analysis of WLD US dollar tether here for Ravi? Okay, let's take a look at here. Of course, super chats do have priority, guys. So let's take a look at WLD here for the community, which is this one, wherever here. No idea what this crypto is. Obviously had an incredible 2024, pumping very, very nicely, doing over a 3x during 2024. Very, very nice, you know, trending to the upside. Right now is crucial for this crypto, no doubt. And in this case, I would just keep it simple, taking a look at this consolidation range in between February and March. And no doubt that we are hitting the peak point, okay, the mountain point of the value area high that is actually acting as support very, very nicely. Just to keep it very, very simple, you're hitting here the mountain high, right, from this volume. We've got a value area low and a value area high. There is important levels when you leave a range. When you have a range, you create high volume. And when you leave it, you're looking for that zone to actually maintain as support. So in the case of this cryptocurrency, you are forming, you know, you are in a downtrend. Let's keep it simple. You are, you know, when you trend down, you just need to understand that this is trending down, and you are likely going to continue to the downside till you actually break lower high resistance, and you break a lower high, and then you're looking for a higher low and possibly continuation to the upside. However, we do not know if this downtrend has finished. We got a major level of support right there, which is that value area high. And let's take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high of the bounce, almost hitting 618. 618 has not been hit from the clear move to the upside. And if we do, in the case of WLD, come down and test this low, which has been bounced from the value area high of this consolidation, you could definitely consider that this could double bottom right there. This is a massive level of support. It's been a proven level of support during the weekend. This has got to bounce at this level. It is support. Question is, will this support be broken? We'll probably figure that out in the next couple of days. Maybe tomorrow, maybe today, maybe after tomorrow. But overall, the question is, will we break it? How do I know if it's going to break down or bounce from it, right? Nobody knows. We will know as soon as that level is tested. We test that level and the price manages to get above it. You are looking for a quick sniper long position because you're hitting the 618 Fibonacci from the pump here from March. And you're also looking at the 618 to possibly maintain our support, and also that value area high from this consolidation range in between February and the beginning stages of March. This could be another descending channel wedge formation. You do have lower highs that are resistance. You do have lower lows that is support. So you could be hitting that lower high resistance trend line in confluence with the value area high of the range and the 618 Fibonacci turning out into a failed breakdown to have an attempt in testing the lower high resistance and the highs to see if you are going to break out. So there is a long position here to speculate that this is possibly going to break out the resistance high. If you do not break out the resistance high with choppy price action, you are taking profits like a maniac from your long, because this is still in a downtrend and you could be trending down in the next coming days. So you just have to go level to level here in this case for a possible setup. It does look good. Price action has been bullish for many weeks. Follow the trend. Trend is your friend. You want to speculate in that long, in that breakout, where you want to long at the lowest level possible. You got a nice confluence zone here in the case of WLD at the $8.10 level. Basically the $8, nice round number that could be holding nicely with that 618, that value area high of the range that has been proven to be support this weekend. Maybe this is going to double bottom at this level. You could definitely speculate with good risk management that this low is going to hold. Let's go. Moon Boot Boy, how are you doing? All hype. WLD is all hype. Possibly yes. We're just looking at opportunities, reading the chart. Gala. We got a Gala here on From Forest. Let's take a look at Gala right away for somebody in the community. And then after Gala, of course, we are going to take a look at some news. Big pullback. This did get all the way up here to this top of the wedge, you could arguably discuss. It's just gone to the top classic level where you're going to get rejected. Top of the formation of lower highs. Boom. Just a classic level where most assets do retrace from the top of a wedgie structure, lower high resistance. Here, Gala. What can we say about Gala? Going to keep it here relatively simple with you know, it's at the value area high. You can see it here on the volume profile. You got a massive amount of volume. This is where you basically dancing around right now. It's this peak high. I mean, it could bottom out here. It could bottom out. It's still very soon. I'm going to say value area high here. Going to mark this level as value area high of 2022 and 2023. And it is getting a reaction right there. Let's get this out of the way and just zoom in on the chart on the lower time frames where we can see that value area high of 2022 and 23. This could bottom out here. It could bottom out, and the best way you could speculate on this bottoming out here is just looking for those double bottoms. You are forming aggressive lower highs. This could continue, but it could also find a bottom at this value area high of 22 and 23, like I just explained here the last minute, and it could be a zone where the price could bottom out. The best way in speculating on this bottom is looking for those lows to recover until you actually break lower highs right there, and you are looking for that sideways momentum here for the next coming days, and it could get a recovery. Pay attention to the lows right there for the price action to get above, because the bounces will happen. The bounces recovering from a low do happen. However, will it manage to get above lower highs, or will it just be another lower high and break down? Not worth having stop losses here. It's not worth it. It's worth having your stop loss protected as you get the bounce, and just wait for the low to be tested again potentially, to then look for the swing failure pattern, double bottom, you name it. Manage risk very well and be defensive with your trading. Forest, you're very welcome. But I like this zone on Gala. Value area high of 22, 23. Very, very nice. You know, it's where we have the high volume. You know, the highest volume is right there. You have that major resistance from February of 2023. This could definitely hold this range and look for a bounce in the coming days. Let's remain patient, see those lows maintaining, and then speculate on that possible long. Remember, if it does break down, I would not be interested in the long. If we do break down here like this, in between today, tomorrow, you know, this ain't a zone to long. It ain't a zone to long. You would want the price getting above the lows from the last few days, to actually speculate on that long position. Let's go right away through some interesting things that is going on, guys. Remember, Gala can be traded on Bybit, on 𝗬𝗫. You got the greatest deals down below, low fees, great bonus. Another way to support the channel, another way for you to actually trade on the best platforms out there. Bybit for me being the #1. You can trade Gala right over there. Guys, only for experienced traders. This is interesting. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, we are seeing a bit of distribution. It's just classic. You know, a lot of people, I did sell a Bitcoin at, you know, the low $50,000. I'm not going to sell any Bitcoin right now, even though, you know, it's at, you know, all-time high levels. I'm just happy with the portfolio. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not selling any Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to be bullish no matter what kind of corrective moves happen. I'm happy to hold my portfolio Bitcoins, you know, for the next coming months, years. It's just there. What I want to say here, of course, we do have Bitcoin ETFs to list in the UK, but only available to professional investors from Financial Times. So they're getting in, of course. We're getting those ETFs here in the UK very, very soon. We do have Bitcoin to hit $150,000 in the next 250 days. 800 billion Standard Chartered Bank raises its Bitcoin price target to $150,000 by the end of the year. I think it's a realistic price target. It wouldn't take too much if inflows are going to continue. Realistic price target, nothing too crazy. $150,000, very much achievable. I do agree with this statement. Stock to flow model. This is where it gets interesting. Yeah, we got stock to flow here. He was wrong on the previous cycle, saying that, you know, Bitcoin were to get above $100,000. Slightly wrong on that stock to flow. Overall, this is just a moving average, you know, Bitcoin logarithmic cycle. So, you know, no doubt Bitcoin will hit $500,000. He's getting, you know, a price estimation for in between 2024 and 2028. So, you know, there's a lot of time. It was very hard to say that, you know, you were wrong because you have many years till Bitcoin hits that target. So overall, this is where it gets more interesting. Stock to flow model, okay, is saying, right, based on his analysis and his model, of course, that Bitcoin will be hitting $5 million in between 24 and 28 and 32, 2032. $5 million. Very much possible if we do see a mess on the local currencies. Breaking, we got the original photo of Dodge with hat, which is, you know, featuring 𝗬𝗫𝗆 the dog, sold for 1,210 Ethereum, $4.3 million. The original photo in basically an NFT. You know, this is, you know, this reminds me of the previous cycle peak when we have NFT mania, we have, you know, AI, we've got meme coins going through the roof. You know, there is something that is worrying here. And of course, when you see these massive NFT silly numbers, who would pay $4.3 million for a picture of a meme? You know, this is when things get crazy. This is when we are, you know, extreme greed, extreme hype moment. You are seeing big players selling their Bitcoin. It is worrying for me. Overall, I do think that we do have Bitcoin being bullish for, you know, the rest of 2024 and 2025. But, you know, these are already worrying things that are happening in the market when you have, you know, this is absolute insanity. This is when you realize the kind of world that you live in, and you got someone paying, you know, over $4 million for a picture. You know, this is when you think, my goodness, you know, I feel like getting out of the market ASAP and cashing out everything. But overall, I don't need to, so it doesn't matter if we do get some steep corrections in the next coming months. Just in BlackRock and Fidelity, Bitcoin ETFs are in the top 5 ETFs for inflows this year. You know, this is pretty obvious. This is really not something new. This is, we've got 3 ETFs have hundreds of billions in assets, you know, no doubt. I think BlackRock holds, I don't know how much it is. It's over 200,000. I think they hold already over 1% of the entire Bitcoin supply, which is a lot. And this is also what is worrying, of course. You have retail is slowly returning to crypto. This is not bullish in my opinion. I don't want my friend from school that's getting into crypto and sending me DMs saying, hey, I bought a bunch of this. I'm already up 3x. I'm going to say, dude, you want to take some profits when retail comes in? It's gaining some momentum here, and it's probably, this is something concerning, guys. This is really not some extremely bullish news. You got retail coming in, you got big money, distributing at the all-time highs, and you got you got this going on. You got some dude paying $4 million for the original picture of this meme. When you put all of these things together, I mean, I don't want to be the bear because I am bullish on Bitcoin, no doubt. No matter if it corrects to 50 or 40K, it doesn't matter. It is bullish for the long term. But these are worrying signs in the short term. I don't like this. I don't like some dude paying $4 million for this meme picture. I don't like to see retail jumping in. I don't want to see, and we are seeing a bit of distribution happening, of course, at the all-time high. These are, when you put these things together, it's not a very bullish thing. So let's continue with the comment section. It ain't like 2021. Liquidity is thinner, so sharp moves either direction, but it's hot market. The top is near. Bullish for another 2 months minimum, 15 months max. Yeah, no doubt. We are in bullish markets. So I think this hype is still, we got only a little bit of retail jumping back in here. Nothing close to 2021 just yet. As soon as we break in the peak here on Google Trends on retail, and we get more of these NFTs being bought with millions of dollars, once we see this trend continue for the next coming months, it's probably a good time to start, getting some profits and getting out of the market based on portfolio. Trading is totally different. I purely dedicate my time as a trader, and we're going to trade all day long, every single day for many, many years, right? So anyway, legends, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much. We've gone a bit through some news, a bit of levels here on Bitcoin. I would pay attention here to these lows to see if we are going to, swing failure pattern from them. If we do drop aggressively, just remain patient. Higher time frame levels here on Bitcoin. The level that I would be looking for a bounce, and this could fall overnight, guys. Okay, so don't think that we could not drop $4,000. We definitely could drop $4,000. I think the most important level of support here is we just get that weekly. Yeah, there's no weekly levels here. The most important level here that's mentioned on today's video update on higher time frame, just in case you do get a waterfall, right, of $4,000, then it is that high volume node. It's very, very likely going to get a bounce at that level, which is the 7/8 Fibonacci from this pivot low of the drop on the 5th of March to that pivot high. It's a beautiful level. $62,300 range, give or take a few $100s because of volatility. It's a level where we're likely going to get an epic bounce of a few $1,000s. It might be quick. It might be slow, forming a local double bottom on lower time frames. But this zone is going to get a reaction. Manage risk, legends. As always, we're very far away, but it's a higher time frame level. Just in case we do waterfall, we do have a level here for a bounce. Legends, thank you very much. Smash up that like button if you've enjoyed the stream, taking a look at a bit of news, a bit of analysis, a bit of education, as always, a bit of meme coins, a bit of altcoins. Smash it up, guys. I will be back with more tomorrow. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Now remember, on-off ramp application to withdraw your profits you want to take a look at the 𝗕𝗶, guys, forgot to mention this. Shout out to them because I have, and I'm not going to give you any dates, the 𝗕𝗶 debit card for all those people in Europe. It is coming out this year. Question is when. I'm not going to tell you when, obviously, but it's an extremely easy to use platform. You have profits, you want to flip them into fiat, you have this, okay, the 𝗕𝗶. Really easy to use. Check out the link down below, 𝗕𝗶 application right over here. You can withdraw your profits, your crypto, flip them into euro. And what is good, if you don't want to withdraw, you have your own IBAN number as well. You've got your own bank account, so you can actually get your salary through the 𝗕𝗶 and then buy crypto, save on transactions. But they are coming out with a debit card, which is coming out very soon. And of course, this is going to be epic. Thank you, legends, for joining. I will be back with more tomorrow. Thank you. See you tomorrow.